Deep beneath the frozen waves of the Arctic, a creature moves silently, almost unseen. For centuries, sailors whispered its name in fear, mystics painted it in ancient texts, and storytellers wove tales of its mythical power. Its existence blurred the lines between fact and fiction, legend and reality. They called it the unicorn of the sea. But the truth is far stranger than the legend. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover one of the ocean's most elusive enigmas, the narwhal. A creature so rare, so mysterious, that even the scientists who study it are left with more questions than answers. Welcome to the Wild Worlds Files. Please consider subscribing. It would help me a lot to keep uploading content. Thank you. What lies behind the spiraled tusk that pierces the icy waters? What secrets do these silent giants of the Arctic carry? This is the case file of the narwhal, an animal that defies the natural order, an oceanic mystery still unsolved. Northern explorers from centuries past told of strange beasts lurking beneath the Arctic ice. With long, twisted tusks that rose like swords from their heads, these creatures defied explanation. To the men of those times, it seemed impossible, an aquatic unicorn. Could such a thing be real? The earliest reports of narwhals were filled with superstition. In the medieval era, when the first narwhal tusks made their way to Europe, they were hailed as proof of the existence of unicorns. Kings and queens paid small fortunes for these tusks, believing they held magical properties. The tusks were said to detect poison, to heal the sick, and to bring untold power to their owners. For hundreds of years, narwhal tusks adorned royal scepters, were displayed in noble courts, and adorned altars, symbols of a world still shrouded in mystery. But what is the truth behind the narwhal's tusk? At first glance, the answer seems simple. Narwhals, or Monodon monoceros, belong to the cetacean family, alongside whales, dolphins, and porpoises. The tusk is, in fact, an elongated tooth that spirals up to 3 meters in length, emerging from the left side of a male narwhal's mouth. But why? What evolutionary purpose could such a bizarre feature serve? It's a question that has puzzled scientists for centuries. Some believe the tusk functions as a weapon, a tool used by males to battle rivals, vying for mates during the harsh Arctic winters. Others suggest it's a form of sensory perception, allowing the narwhal to detect changes in water temperature, pressure, and salinity through the thousands of nerve endings embedded in the tusk. And yet, none of these theories are conclusive. The tusk remains an evolutionary anomaly, a mystery that continues to baffle researchers. For a creature that has roamed the Arctic seas for millennia, the narwhal remains astonishingly elusive. To understand the narwhal, we must journey to its home. The Arctic is one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth, a realm of ice and darkness, where temperatures plummet far below freezing, and daylight disappears for months on end. Here, amidst the shifting icebergs and frozen seas, the narwhal thrives. It is perfectly adapted to life in this frozen wilderness, its body streamlined to navigate through narrow cracks in the ice. The narwhal's blubber, up to 10 centimeters thick, insulates it from the freezing waters, while its lungs are designed to withstand extreme pressure, allowing it to dive up to 1,500 meters in search of food. But what lies beneath the surface of these icy waters is even more mysterious. Narwhals hunt in the deep, dark reaches of the Arctic Ocean, where few other creatures dare to go. Their primary prey, the Greenland halibut, lives at depths so profound that sunlight never reaches. Yet narwhals dive to these depths with ease, their echolocation guiding them through the pitch-black abyss. And it is in these depths that the narwhal's true nature remains hidden. How do they navigate such extreme environments? What drives their need to dive deeper than almost any other marine mammal? And most puzzling of all, what role does the tusk play in these mysterious hunts? Unlike their more vocal cousins, dolphins and orcas, narwhals are silent creatures. They communicate in low, barely audible clicks and squeaks, sounds that are almost impossible for the human ear to detect without the aid of technology. They travel in pods, small groups of up to 20 individuals, though larger gatherings of hundreds have occasionally been recorded. Yet despite their social nature, much of the narwhal's behavior remains shrouded in secrecy. Researchers have only recently begun to scratch the surface of how narwhals communicate and interact. What we do know is that their lives are tightly woven into the rhythm of the Arctic's ever-changing ice. As the seasons shift, narwhals migrate vast distances, following the movement of the ice floes, always at the mercy of the frozen sea. But what motivates this migration? Why do they return to the same ice-choked waters year after year, even as climate change threatens to disrupt their fragile environment? For decades, scientists have debated the purpose of the narwhal's tusk. But in recent years, a new theory has emerged, one that is as extraordinary as the narwhal itself. Research suggests that the tusk might not be a weapon, a sensor, or even a tool of sexual selection. Instead, it may serve a purpose far more complex. The narwhal's tusk, with its millions of sensitive nerve endings, could be a sophisticated environmental sensor. Some believe it allows narwhals to read their surroundings, detecting changes in the Arctic's rapidly warming waters, which could influence their feeding patterns, migrations, and survival. In a world where so much remains unknown about the deep oceans, the idea that the narwhal is using its tusk to gather information about its environment opens new realms of possibility. Could it be that narwhals are not just adapting to their harsh surroundings, but actively sensing and responding to shifts in the Arctic ecosystem? But as with so many mysteries of the natural world, the narwhal's story is one of survival and the danger of extinction. Climate change is rapidly transforming the Arctic. As the ice melts, narwhals are forced to adapt to a world that is shrinking beneath them. Their migration routes, breeding grounds, and feeding habits are all at risk as their habitat disappears. More concerning is the increasing presence of humans. Shipping lanes, oil exploration, and commercial fishing have begun to encroach on the narwhal's once isolated world. These threats compound the mystery. Can the narwhal survive the coming storm, or will this enigmatic creature, this real-life unicorn of the sea, fade into legend once more? As our journey through the case file of the narwhal comes to an end, we are left with more questions than answers. Despite centuries of study, the narwhal remains one of the ocean's greatest enigmas, a creature that defies simple explanation, whose tusk, behavior, and very existence continue to inspire wonder and awe. The mysteries of the narwhal are a reminder of how much we have yet to learn about our planet's most remote and inhospitable regions. And as the Arctic changes before our eyes, the question becomes, will we uncover the secrets of the narwhal before it's too late? Or will this ancient creature slip away into the shadows, leaving only its tusks behind as evidence of its passing? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the Wild Worlds Files for more incredible stories and adventures.